It wasn't good enough. I think just in general, they came out with more energy than we did, their defense and our offense. So we didn't execute. I missed some throws down the field, and obviously we didn't play good enough in the first half.
And you mentioned the lack of motion early as well. What do you attribute that?
I mean, it's hard to say. I felt like we had energy at practice yesterday and all throughout the week, but when you don't come out and play with the right mindset, you get beat. And the Chargers came out with the right mindset. We didn't, and they beat us.
Front row, go ahead. You're up.
Okay. No, not that there was really anything you guys wanted. But, I mean, throughout the years, the Chiefs have shown what the toughest looks like. So, I mean, you guys lost the Super Bowl in 2020. After that, you came to the NFC Championship. After losing the NFC Championship, you guys went to 3 straight Super Bowls, game expectations. And also, I mean, we thought, like, the week 1 win against the division rival that you guys won. But how do you think that you guys can come back to have a great season and lead the Super Bowl again?
Yeah, I think it's a learning moment for especially the young guys on the team. It's like we're gonna get everybody's best, and we have to play up to that standard if we want to win football games. And I feel like we didn't play to that standard today. Everybody, offense, defense, special teams. But credit to the Chargers. They had a great plan. They came in and played great football and beat us. And now we have to learn from that, knowing that next week's going to be just as tough.
Steve.
You guys played this team, Chargers team, a number of times. What did you do differently today to help you guys stop getting your rhythm?
I think they did a good game plan, man. When you play a team a lot, they kind of know what you're good at, and I thought they did a good job of kind of taking away some of our quick throws and some of our throws down the field. And I thought we adjusted well in the second half, obviously. But if I can hit some of those throws early, it kind of loosens up the defense. So I just got to be better early in the football game, just like everybody else.
Nate.
Patrick, just how much did Xavier's injury, I know it was 3 plays into the game, just how much did that change the rhythm, change the energy, change the sort of opposite game plan that you guys had?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, other guys had to step up. I thought Taekwon and Hollywood and Juju did a great job of kind of filling some of those roles. But that's someone that's a huge part of our game plan, and someone that we're counting on to go out there and make plays against some of the man coverage that they played. And I thought guys did a good job kind of stepping up in those roles. But you could tell it took us a little bit to get going.
Front row, go ahead.
I know it's not the result that you guys wanted, but how did it feel to play in Brazil for the first time ever? You played international games before, but how did you feel the crowd and what did you feel playing here besides Brazil?
Yeah, I thought it was awesome, the crowd and the atmosphere. It was really cool. It's something I'll remember for the rest of my life. I mean, even like the anthem, the Brazil's national anthem, and hearing everybody sing and how passionate they were about American football. So that part was really cool. I won't remember the result, but I'll remember being here for sure.
Second row, go ahead.
Hey, Pat, I mean, you had like the same numbers of the Super Bowl this year. How much you miss guys like Xavier Worthy, like Rasheed Rice, to extend the field and to throw some deep balls? You had some deep balls that you miss today that you usually don't miss. How much you miss this guy?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely important. Those are 2 of our best receivers, and they're 2 great receivers in this league, and obviously threats down the field. And so I thought the guys did a great job stepping up and making some of those plays. But you have to get with the timing of those guys. And so it takes everybody. You got to protect. You got to be on the same page with the receiver, and you got to make the throw. And so if I can make some of those throws early in the game, I think there'll be a different result.
Hey, go ahead.
What did you feel like you had a sense of the intensity wasn't quite what you would hope it would be at the early in the game? And is it the sort of thing you feel the need to address with the team yourself?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I could feel it pretty early on. I don't know exactly when that point is, but they definitely came out with more energy than we did. And so in this league, everybody's too good for you to not match the energy of your opponent. And so I think we learned a valuable lesson today. We got to be better from the get-go, from the start. We're not going to be able to just come back and win every single game. Teams are too good in this league, and so this would be a big lesson for us, a division opponent, someone that's going to be there at the end of the year. But we're going to have to learn fast. We're playing the reigning Super Bowl champs this next week.
Second row, go ahead.
I'm never satisfied, especially after a loss. I mean, we hit some, obviously, but we missed some as well. And so if I can be better there, hitting some of those deep shots, I think it opens up the rest of the offense. So we hit a couple of them, so that's cool, but it wasn't enough to win the football game.
Front row, go ahead.
Patrick, there were a lot of complaints about the beach last year, about the state of the beach, of how it wasn't, how it wasn't great for the game. I'd like to know for you, how was today? Was it better than back to the end? That it was right, like usually.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was good. I mean, both teams are playing on the same field, and there wasn't a lot of people slipping. I mean, there was a couple here and there, but that's football, and so I thought they did a great job. I thought Brazil in general hosted us really well, from the hotel, the food, the ride to the game, and the stadium. I thought it was a great experience, and so obviously not the result we wanted, but something that I thought was really cool.
We'll do a few more. Go ahead. Front row.
Yeah, it's not going to be any easier. That's a good football team that we're playing against this next week, and so I think we got to have a great week of practice, come in with the right mindset. The leaders in the team got to step up, and when we step on that football field, we got to bring it because it'll take our best in order to find a way to win against that team. And so we'll go back to the drawing board and be ready to go at practice, and knowing that it's going to take everything we got next week.
Third row, go ahead.
I thought they did a pretty good job. Some of the games and stuff that the D-line stunts, I think got them a couple times, but I thought they did a good job and they battled. That's all you can really ask for is the battle. Joe is a Hall of Famer. I mean, he's someone that's going to have a gold jacket, and so these young guys are talented and they have a chance to be really, really good. And so I thought they did a good job against a good defensive line, but we're going to keep pushing them to be even better and better as we go throughout the season.
Last one, Sam. Go ahead.
That third quarter player you're running from the sideline, did you intentionally deliver it there because of this lack of motion?
Yeah, I mean, I think more than anything, you saw even the run before when I ran into the linebacker. It's like sometimes you just got to do something to jumpstart the team. And I was not in the mood to be running out of bounds. I wanted to try to do something to get us going, and we kind of got going as an offense in the second half, but it takes everybody. I mean, we got to start faster, and we got to be better on both sides of the ball, and so and special teams, and so that we understand that we're going to be accountable to that, and we'll come back better this next week.
Thanks, Patrick.
There are moments in sports that feel like they belong to a different era when the crowd seems to hold its breath and time slows down. For Kansas City Chiefs fans and football lovers worldwide, that moment happened in São Paulo, Brazil, on a night that will be talked about for decades. The Chiefs, facing the Los Angeles Chargers, were fighting to shake off the bitter memory of last season's Super Bowl loss. The stage was set, the stakes were high, and the story that unfolded was one for the ages. It was in the fourth quarter, with tension thick in the air, that Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs' superstar quarterback, delivered his 246th regular season touchdown pass. The target? Who else but Travis Kelce, his reliable partner in crime. But this wasn't just another touchdown. With that throw, Mahomes claimed the title for the most regular season touchdown passes by a player under the age of 30 in NFL history, eclipsing the legendary Dan Marino, whose record had stood since 1991. Marino's 245th touchdown, thrown just a week before his own 30th birthday, had survived for over 3 decades. But Mahomes, not yet 30, had done what so many thought impossible. For those who follow the NFL, Mahomes' rises felt both meteoric and inevitable. Entering the game with 245 touchdowns, he needed just one more to stand alone at the top. The clock was ticking. Mahomes would turn 30 on September 17th, giving him precious little time to leave his mark as the youngest to ever reach such heights. But if there's one thing Mahomes has proven, it's that he thrives when the pressure is highest. The Chiefs, still licking their wounds from a lopsided Super Bowl defeat to the Philadelphia Eagles, a 40-22 blowout that left Kansas City hungry for redemption, needed a spark. Mahomes provided more than that. He delivered a reason for hope, a sign that greatness endures, even after heartbreak. Yet, the night was bittersweet. The Chiefs, despite their late-game surge, fell to the Chargers 27-21. Kansas City looked sluggish for much of the contest, unable to find their rhythm until the final quarter. Mahomes, who had entered the game with a jaw-dropping 35-5 record against division opponents and 10-2 against the Chargers, saw both numbers take a hit. By the end of the night, those records read 35-6 and 10-3 respectively. For Kansas City, the loss meant more than a blemish in the standings. It was a wake-up call, a reminder that past glories offer no guarantees in the NFL. With the defending Super Bowl champion Eagles coming to town next week, the Chiefs have little time to regroup. The looming matchup is a Super Bowl 59 rematch, a chance for Kansas City to truly wash away the taste of last February's collapse. If they come out flat, as they did against the Chargers, history might repeat itself. But with Mahomes at the helm, there's always a sense that magic is just a play away. He'll have one more game to add to his growing record before turning 30, a tantalizing prospect for fans, and a daunting one for opponents. Greatness, however, seldom arrives without controversy. Mahomes is no stranger to the rough-and-tumble world of NFL debate. In Friday's season opener, the Chiefs quarterback found himself in unfamiliar territory, not as the hunted, but as the hunter. On a critical third-down run, Mahomes charged toward the sideline, lowered his shoulder, and delivered a punishing hit to Chargers cornerback Dante Jackson just before stepping out of bounds. The crowd erupted. Some cheered Mahomes' physicality, seeing it as a rare show of quarterback toughness. Others, like former Buffalo Bills center-turn announcer Eric Wood, were quick to point out a double standard. Wood noted that defenders are routinely flagged for similar hits on quarterbacks near the sideline, so why not Mahomes? If you are going to flag the defender for a big hit on the sideline, QBs can't do this. Mahomes should be fair game the rest of the game. Wood posted on social media, stoking a fire that would rage for days. This wasn't Mahomes' first brush with sideline drama. In last year's divisional playoff against the Houston Texans, he took a light shove near the boundary and tumbled to the ground, a move critics derided as a flop. Mahomes later admitted, "I would say that the only one where I felt like I probably did too much was the one on the sideline where I didn't get the flag. The ref saw it and didn't throw a flag. I understood it immediately and know that I probably shouldn't have done that." Still, he defended his instinct to protect himself. "I was just trying to get out of the way of getting smoked by the defensive lineman running. So, I'll try to keep doing that and not take those hits because that's the smart way to stay in the football game." Such moments have made Mahomes a lightning rod, not just for his brilliance, but for the ongoing debate over quarterback safety in the NFL. Are the league's stars too protected, shielded by rules designed to keep them upright at all costs? Or is Mahomes simply adapting to the realities of a faster, more dangerous game? The drama didn't end with Mahomes' sideline hit. In the third quarter, Chargers defensive tackle Ter Tart delivered an open-handed slap to Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce following a short run. The officials flagged Tart for unnecessary roughness but stopped short of ejecting him, reasoning that the strike was an open palm, not a punch. The decision sparked yet another round of debate. Was it fair? Was it enough? Fans, analysts, and former players all weighed in, each with their own take. For the Chiefs, these controversies are now part of the weekly routine. Every play, every call, every moment is dissected, discussed, and debated. That's the price of relevance in today's NFL, an endless theater of spectacle and scrutiny. It would be easy to see Mahomes as just a stat machine, a quarterback whose numbers dazzle but whose story is written in box scores. But that would miss the point entirely. Mahomes is the rare player who makes the game feel new again, who injects every snap with the possibility of wonder. With each no-look pass, with every scramble and sidearm throw, Mahomes reminds fans why they fell in love with football in the first place. He's the kid in the backyard, dreaming up plays no one else would dare attempt. He's the leader who never seems out of the fight, the magician who turns broken plays into highlight reels. His partnership with Travis Kelce is the stuff of legend, a connection that seems almost telepathic. Together, they've redefined what's possible on a football field. But Mahomes' greatness goes beyond numbers. It's in his resilience, his creativity, and his willingness to take risks, both physical and mental. For all his brilliance, Mahomes faces a season fraught with questions. Can the Chiefs bounce back from early setbacks? Can they overcome the defending champions in a grudge match that could define their year? Will Mahomes continue to rewrite the record books, Or will the weight of expectation become too much? The answers will come on the field, in moments both grand and subtle. But one thing is clear: as long as Mahomes is under center, the Chiefs are never out of the fight. His ability to inspire, to innovate, and to lead has made Kansas City a perennial contender and has transformed the NFL itself. In an era of endless distractions, Mahomes gives us a reason to watch, to hope, and to believe. Every week brings the chance for something extraordinary: a throw or run, a comeback that leaves fans shaking their heads in disbelief. The controversies, the debates, even the losses are all part of a larger story, a testament to how much this team and this quarterback mean to the sport. The Chiefs' journey is far from over. More records will fall, more drama will unfold, and more questions will be asked. But for those who love the game, there is no better show on earth than a Kansas City Chiefs game with Mahomes at the helm. So, as the Chiefs prepare for their next battle, the world will be watching. Will they rise to the occasion? Will Mahomes deliver another moment for the ages? One thing's for sure: with Mahomes, the story is always just beginning, and the next chapter promises to be even more unforgettable. That is why, no matter where you are or who you root for, you find yourself watching the Chiefs, waiting, hoping, and believing that you'll witness history. With Patrick Mahomes, every game is a page-turner, and no one wants to be left behind when the next great chapter is written.